Doing this short video, and I want to talk exclusively on one part of the body that has been ignored by a lot of people. Yeah, you can say I'm talking personal hygiene today. Yeah, I'm talking personal hygiene. And there's one part of the body that has been ignored by a lot of people, and that part is called the groin. Now, what is the groin? The groin is that part that connects the inner thighs with the genitals and also the hip. Now, that's the part that connects the inner thighs. You know that corner right there? That stings so bad. Like it's you have the left and the right hand side of that. You have the right hand side of the groin. You have the left hand side of the groin. That's the inner part that connects the inner thighs together with the genitals and also the hip. That part stings a lot, but a lot of people do not know. When you're talking personal hygiene, the first thing that comes to your mind is the armpit. Yeah, everybody believes that when your armpit is not well taken care of, it leads to body odor. Yeah, I'm not trying to dispute that. That is real. But I want to draw your attention to another part of the body that people really do not talk about, which is the groin. Now, you may be wondering why every time you take off or you pull out your knickers as a man, that smell stinks so bad. Let me tell you this: the smell is coming from the sweat that comes from the waist, around the waist, and also the one that comes from the groin. For the ladies who wear underpants, you may be wondering why your underpants stink so bad when you pull it out. The smell comes from the groin and the sweat from the waist. Now, the sweat from the waist may not produce so much smell compared to the one from the groin. That's why I said that you should take care of the groin. It's very important to do that if you want to stay fresh and so clean. Now, check this out. This is the way out. When you apply deodorant under your armpit, you must ensure to apply deodorant to the groin as well. Now, people would say, oh, it could be very, very risky health wise. No, there's no risk attached to that. You know, I've been doing this for years and there are no side effects. When you apply deodorant to the groin, just a little bit of it, it gives you a good scent. You know what I'm saying? So I want to draw your attention to that. Very, very important. Apply deodorant to the groin and also your armpit to avoid that smell. And that's not all. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about how they wash their buttocks after using the restroom. You know, I've heard people say after passing on feces, they wash their butt with only water, which is not cool. I don't think it's hygienic to do that. After passing on feces in the toilet, it is only right to use tissue, and after that, you wash your butt with soap and clean water. The butt is still gonna stink if you apply tissue and water alone. If you wash your butt with just only clean water, there's every high tendency that you're gonna have stains on your underpants. You know what I mean? Because the feces does not get out of, or does not clean up completely using ordinary water, but the feces clean up completely when you use soap and water. And if you do not use soap and water, there's a high tendency that the butt is still gonna stink. So if you want to avoid all that nasty smell, always use tissue and use soap and water to clean up your butt.